Talking shit. Talking shit. I was talking
It's
shit.
Wicked
Wednesday.
Yeah. Welcome back to another episode of
Don't Do That.
Here on 16 TV with your host, Miss Potts. And I'm your co-host,
16 Icon.
16 Icon, aka Mr. Superhero Swag.
And
Make sure
smoke
you are
of the ep. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
No.
Okay.
Make sure you check out
House
of Day. And
yeah,
the smoke
no,
of the ep
is Shipwrecked Fire Sticks. Sunday through Thursday, 9 through 12, 15% off. Anything that is not on sale. These are usually $5 each. If you go in there, get them for 15% off as long as they're not on sale.
Boom.
Man, now make sure you go check out other parts of the channel as well when you do get a chance. So as soon as you get done with this episode, make sure you go ahead and hop down and check out some of the superhero swag stuff we have.
Check out some of the action figure reviews, music videos, all of that.
So one of the things we're going to go ahead and discuss here, the headline states, Mexican troops allegedly cross into U.S. while looking for cartel operatives encounter American hikers. So basically the breakdown of the story goes, cartel came through, apparently. Mexico is doing their thing as they were requested to kind of, handle the cartel, if I'm not mistaken, right? Because people are tired of what? The cartel coming in here and bringing the drugs, like the government doesn't help. But here we are getting mad at them. However, people getting mad at them for being over here. Well, why aren't they just detained? We had somebody over here. Pick a side, pick a struggle. All right, cartel comes through. They, figure out they're over the border. They did not realize they were over the border. Okay, they were not paying attention to all that. So it is what it is. They run into a couple of hikers. Okay, understandable. They do stop and ask the hikers. They didn't try and detain them or try to be violent with them or be mean with them. They simply asked if they had seen a car driving through here that didn't look like it should have been driving through here.
What does that look like, though?
A car full of bullet holes, which the hikers stated they had seen.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. And they simply pointed them in the direction of which they needed to go. Well, people are not happy about that either. So somebody decided to bring up a situation where one of our U.S. military people, I can't remember if he was done with the military or not, but either way, he was military, so he should probably know his way around, right? He's American. He should know all of his borders, right? Where to cross, where not to cross, right? All right, so he didn't have his passport. Forgot his passport. Got detained for like 200 and some odd days. Whatever, finally released. It is what it is. Well, people are like, well, that happened and they came over here and did. Well, that's a little different. Bro, it's a little different. The army was actually doing what we were requesting them to do, and that was to get the cartel and try and stop the cartel from bringing, drugs and all the stuff that, we didn't start allowing them to bring in the first place. So we have to clean up a mess, or excuse me, they have to clean up a mess we helped make. It's the American way. Now we're mad because nothing's done to the military for doing their job, because heaven forbid a U.S. military man that should know his home knows where the borders are and should have kept his behind enemy lines. Kind of the way it goes. So pick a struggle, you guys. Do you want them to get the cartel? So if the Mexican military has to cross lines, well, so be it. They're doing their jobs. Deal with it. Pick a struggle. Stop using stupidity that people should know where, since they're American, they should know where their home is and about their home, right? That's what you expect immigrants to know, is the border lines and all that other good jazz, right? Well, American citizens should know that too, especially if you're military. On to the next one.
Okay. This was going to be a little loaded. This was going to be a little loaded.
A little loaded? That's what she said.
In recent reports, we have found that wearing a black Ku Klux Klan robe in an interview with DJ Academics that went on for over an hour is not the deepest pit of despair that Kanye West
can dig himself
into. Latest from Kanye, from his own mouth in a song. I cannot tell you what this song is called, but I cannot
Cousin.
hear. It's called Cousin? Really?
What a title. Cheers.
Kanye West said he sucked his cousin's penis. And that he had a homosexual relationship with his cousin until he was 14 years old. Now, I want to say that much like, and this had to be brought to my attention, much like I said that this is something that needs to be spoken on when things like this happen. And, you know, we as artists, it's your art. You might be wanting to tell the truth. You might be wanting to really let people in and tell them everything that went down. And to Kanye, I say this. If that's what you felt and that's what you really needed to do, so be it. But please be advised that some people will look at it as, did he do that for attention? With everything that you've been doing lately in the media,
it's been nothing but attention seeking.
It's been attention seeking behavior. And I'm going to go a step further.
You're an attention whore.
For you to say in that interview, and me being a citizen of hip hop, for you to say in that interview that yes, you were jealous of Kendrick, because Kendrick is having this moment right now where everything Kendrick touches turns to gold.
Well, that's what it was like for yourself.
Yeah, same thing, same moment you had, same moment Drake had, same moment Nicki had, same moment Wayne had. But look, for you to say that you were jealous of Kendrick, okay, that means you are watching other rappers as we all watch each other. So for YG to drop a song saying that he was sexually assaulted, and then shortly after, you drop a song one up in YG.
You know, I didn't even think about that. I didn't realize that it was so close.
No, it didn't even got to be that. That's what I'm saying. Well, we watch each other as artists. So I don't know if he has a relationship with YG to where he could even make that, make that connection. But I'm sure that the song itself made enough of an impact for him to at least have heard it.
Right. That is true.
And so then,
like, oh, this is a good grab to.
You drop something and you one up him by saying
it was your cousin,
and that y'all was both the same sex, and it even further than what you talking about. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
don't be.
That's what the show is here for us to give that devil's advocate, for us to be able to say, well, what if Kanye was bullshit? What if he was really on some attention whore type shit?
But the thing is, because he is known for doing stuff that is 100%.
I mean, a brother that'll wear a whole black Klansman robe through an entire video interview with DJ Academics, knowing that the world is going to see it, or someone that on Twitter will say that a friend of his children is retarded.
No, really retarded.
You know what I mean?
And who does that?
The type of stuff that he's been doing doesn't give me the air that he's not just begging for attention. Now, you had your moment.
And you lost it when you lost your mind.
I'm not sure if Kanye's moment could have gone any higher than it went when it was
could
at
have
its
stayed.
height.
It could have stayed where it was
He could have kept it where it was at, and he could have become a great producer that used to be a great rapper, and he could have continued it on from there. But I think what happened is, Donda passed, and he lost his best friend and his creator and his number one influence, and that type of loss can change you. And then he went over and got in the wrong pool. Everybody that get in that pool comes out changed, and not necessarily for the better. I'm not saying any names. I'm just saying I have not seen one person come away from a relationship in that family
alive.
unscathed.
Oh, excuse me, did I say that?
Not look or not be changed as far as people's perception of them.
I'm sorry, but I still question one of the kids is even.
You know what I mean? So
that woman, that mother, the mother is messed up.
It's just crazy.
So she look at her own. I mean,
I'm just man.
So all right.
Go ahead.
So we're gonna go ahead and talk about Attorney General from here. Attorney General Nestles. A judge is considering barring her from prosecuting U of M pro-Palestine protester cases. Okay, because one, ultimately, you are allowed to be a protester. Period. That is your right to do so. All right, at the end of the day. Now, the reason why she, however, is not allowed to do it and they're trying to pull her from it is because bias. She has her own strong opinions when it comes to the Palestine situation, and absolutely right. You are biased.
It was something close to her heart, something close to her soul.
It was something people have their own views when it comes to the Palestinian situation and all that other good jazz. But again, everybody always loves to throw this out. Over here is America, though. You have rights, right? Okay. I know it doesn't really matter. Obviously, we've seen this. How many people have we seen murdered by police? Obviously, civil rights do not matter. We see the Smithsonian being gutted. So obviously, civil rights in history does not matter because Civil Rights Act was part of history. But anyways, we're not talking about that. Here we are. The point is, you are biased to the situation. I personally don't. You allowed to have whatever little opinions or whatever, you don't have a problem on either side, tit for tat for bombing kids. It is what it is. But if you are biased on the situation and you have verbally stated your bias towards the situation, you should no longer be allowed to prosecute a situation. You have plenty of people in your office to be able to do so. Simply take it as that. Step aside. You have more important cases than these protesters to worry about. How many unsolved murders do we have?
Yes.
How many police officers are out here getting off on shit that you're supposed to be protecting the people for? Don't worry about these protesters. That's a low-level thing that you don't need to be worrying about at a state level. Stay in your lane at the higher authority and let the smaller people take care of them. You don't have any business doing it. You've already stated how you feel. I don't really care to state how I feel on the situation when it comes to this in general. I just want to see the kids survive. on both sides. That's all I care about. I'm tired of war breeding war. That's all these children are used for over there on both sides. But it definitely started an argument in the little comment sections that I was in there. Because of course the commander-in-chief was brought into it. Whatever. Oh yeah. I had to correct a few people on spelling. And apparently being a lefty, I'm not even a lefty. I don't agree with everything they like either. You kidding me? I don't lean either side. I'm straight down the narrow-minded. Whatever, if you want to call it that. Narrow-minded right down the line. But at the end of the day, I'm sorry if spell check and me having the proper grammar in Detroit, Lansing area, I guess, because Detroit and Lansing has just terrible stuff here in the state of Michigan. But then again, I'm going on 42 years old. The generation, the numbers you're talking about right now are right now. Take that back about another 20 years, 25 years. My education was a little different. That was back when the teachers cared. Oh, yeah, when the teachers cared. But I will admit, it's a little harder now for some of the teachers.
No. I love when we get a good segue like this.
Oh.
She was just talking about back when the teachers cared, right?
Oh.
Okay, so let's go
Oh, God,
into
this
that.
might be what I didn't even know you were going to talk about this. I didn't even know you were going to talk about that.
This one's a strong one for me. Okay, let's discuss this. Bands ain't bars.
What?
I'm going to pause on that. Bands ain't bars. I'll explain.
Maybe it's not what I thought it was.
Bar heavies, like myself, versus mumble rap.
No.
That's I'm still making money. This is Lil Yachty. If I'm making money, then why should I do it the other way? Why should I rap like other rappers and actually, rap? When I can go,
because you're a lazy piece of shit. You're lame. Proves your education while your lack thereof.
So, I know I'm gonna get a lot of people mad about this, but I don't care. Young Thug, trash lyrics, trash. Just released a new song.
Are you serious?
What? Just released a new song. Okay, I have never. Who was that? Oh, that was Sam. Actually, not Sam. He's called something else, but he just fell. He fell behind it. Yep, we'll get him later.
Nope, I'm not messing with
that.
We'll
get him later. He fell behind.
That's a dangerous situation for me, bro.
Okay, so 21 Savage, trash. Want to know why? Because 21 Savage was quoted as saying, Nas is irrelevant.
I bet you can't even tell me what half the words that Nas is saying in his words because you don't know what they mean.
Is irrelevant. Young sir. Lil Yachty has been quoted, calls Biggie overrated.
To my generation, or even the mix of his generation, what are you guys doing? Because these are our kids, basically.
Lil Uzi. Trash. 6. Oh. I gotta save her for last.
Shit.
The Island Boys. I am an island boy.
My
Island
God,
boy.
no, stop. I've actually like blocked somehow, just whatever they come across. I don't even. Can I go get sick now?
Do you know who some of these people remind me of? I forgot. I think I might have it somewhere in my
just that gave me like
I had to save.
Throw up.
I gotta save the number one for last.
Fucking Sexy Red.
Damn. Now she can't be the number one.
I thought she was.
She's trash.
I thought
too. No, the number one is someone that you may know, you may not know, and I might be blowing him up by mentioning him. But he is actually the first Little Yachty. His name is JJ Icefish.
Oh my God! Yes, I remember that goofy ass guy. But no, I think he. But thing is though, is JJ Ice thing. I almost feel like he knows he can't do shit, but he does it for comedy. You're gonna tell me he does? I laugh at that. I don't take anything he does serious.
Please look up JJ Icefish and tell me that cat don't sound like Yachty, bro.
And he wasn't even in
That's where Yachty got his flow from, bro.
And it's not even JJ Icefish's fault.
Icefish is absolutely horrendous.
But he does it. He does it for comedy.
Does he?
I really thought so. At least that's what I thought. I laugh at it.
He don't put no damn comedy disclaimer on it. It's just funny as hell because he think he's talented and he is absolute garbola.
Okay, so tell me one person, please, that in those comments tell him that he's talented.
Please. Okay, look. Y'all go look up JJ Ice.
Because he's funny to me. I just think he's funny.
Maybe and once you hear him,
I think he's funny.
You hop down in the comments and you tell me your
thoughts.
All right, so we got the Island Boys, Sexy Red. Okay, so here's my synopsis of this particular thing. If you ain't down with the OGs, just don't disrespect the OGs, man. The people that paved the road for hip hop to even be as big as it is. Don't disrespect them. If you don't feel the music, you don't know what Tupac did, you think Biggie is overrated, Nas is irrelevant in your book,
you wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for them. Because you know how many times that they've tried to, and they actually did, sadly, rest in peace, try to shut them down before they actually found a way to shut them down.
Man.
And now you got people
being paid to be clowns to further stereotypes. Sexy Red. Extension or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the other one clown.
Extension.
Yeah, what was the one clown with all the different color? Was that the one with the different color teeth? Yeah.
The rat? 6ix9ine.
Yeah.
The rat. Yeah. That's the rat. That's the rat. He's a rat. I don't even. Yep, there you go. Exactly. He looked like a rat too. Shame on y'all. And y'all still welcome. He's still alive.
Man.
He's still still
doing music.
Y'all some.
And you know what?
Straight.
Because
I
always look up.
You must enjoy prison
and do
time.
Research, right? So I actually looked this up. Do you want to know what's horrible? Yachty has been in the game for 9 years. That's y'all fault. Y'all don't want to listen to him. Oh, he all right. I come from a time
where the beat doesn't carry the song.
Boom. Where you actually had to know how to rap.
Oh my God!
Race that's not
actually a verse right out of one of your songs.
J, yeah. It is.
Exactly, it
Good
is.
job. I'm trying to tell you.
I'm your Robin to your Batman. Stop playing.
Exactly. So I'm just saying, like, what happened where we don't care? I mean, it's cool to have fun with the lyrics and not care as much on some songs.
Right.
But
But yeah,
this is what we do. This is the NBA.
You need to have some respect for the game.
I mean, is the game? Oh, I get it. Oh, so if this is the NBA, we playing in the LeBron era now, where all y'all niggas is flopping, and y'all ain't really playing ball like we played back. Oh, that's perfect. Now I know what's going on. First, it started when we was doing 3 verses. 316-bar verses. Niggas was giving it.
Right, you gotta use
then
your
we had
brain.
to cut to 2 verses because the songs is too long. We don't want to play that much.
Right, your brains are too slow. My
so
God,
that just
you
gave
just
me
can't
extra
keep
material.
any attention.
But
they
now,
basically proved that
we don't even really have to rap.
That they can cut your intelligence from the things you listen to. You change a society, you change a culture, you change a religion, you change everything by what they hear, by what they see.
The reason that we get so angry, or the reason that I get so angry as an MC, is someone that sat and wrote and crafted rhymes and made sure that everything was on time and all of my rhyme schemes were were up to par.
Beat.
Just to make myself the Ginsu knife, the piranha that I am today. Just for them to tell me, "Oh no, you don't have to cut people up with a lightsaber anymore. No, you don't have to be a ninja. Absolutely not. You can just walk out and go and say a designer's name through your whole song. Versace, 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 and not really even say much else.
Panda, 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 panda,
panda, panda, panda, panda, and there you go. You can succeed.
Congratulations, you guys. And you wonder why.
Who knew?
Education is so low. You allow the music in. So we'll see you next time on Don't Do That on Effort Fridays. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, get notified, and we'll see you next time. Peace.